Hasen knew Fang Jinki had misunderstood him. He smiled back at Fang Jinki. Let's not to go to the combat pit. Would you play a small game with me here at home? Quote. Zushi shot Hasen a look of disapproval, but this time Hasen did not respond to her. Hasen knew a guy like Fang Jinki would not give up unless he was defeated. What game? Frowned Fang Jinki. Have you ever played Red Hands? Hasen asked with a faint smile. Fang Jinki turned down the corners of his mouth. Of course, but that's such an easy game. Red Hands was a game played between two players. One player, the slap, placed their hands palm down, hovering above the other players, the slapper, hands. The slapper hovered their hands below the slappies. Palms up. The two players' hands should be touching each other. The slapper was on offense and attempted to bring his hands over to slap the backsides of his opponent's hands. This must be done with sufficient speed, because the slappy's goal was to pull their hands away and out of the area where the hands overlap, to avoid the slap. If the slapper missed the hands of the slap during the slap, then the roles must switch. If our hands touch, it would be easy. How about we play with our hands not touching? Hasen was still smiling. No problem, laughed Fang Jinki. Red Hands mainly tested one's reflexes, and Fang Jinki was confident that his reflexes were superior to Hasen's. Also, Fang Jinki was glad that the rule of this game was that as long as the slapper was able to hit a slap, their roles would never change. Fang Jinki wanted to take advantage of this rule and slap Hasen so hard on the hands that he couldn't raise his arm. So, as long as the slapper's hand moved, it would be counted as a slap and he could not take it back. Hasen first set the rules down. Okay, I will let you slap first. Fang Jinki was very confident and reached out his arms. Hasen did not reach his arms out but smiled at Fang Jinki. Jinki, you said there would be a mutant beast soul? Quote. Fang Jinki was not stupid. Although he did not care about a mutant beast soul, he didn't want Hasen to take advantage of him either. He said, a mutant beast soul is for a fight in the combat pit. Since we are now playing Red Hands, let's consider it a prize. You could win it if you could slap me. Jinki, this is not fun. And I don't want to take advantage of you either. Hasen pondered and said, forget about the beast soul. Let's change the price to $10,000. Every time you are able to slap me, I will pay you $10,000 and vice versa. What do you think? Quote. The mutant beast soul pet meowth that Hasen got from Qinshan was useless and ate a lot. Hasen had thus learned a lesson and asked for cash as he didn't know what beast soul it would be. Fair and square. I'm beginning to like you. But 10,000 is too little. How about 100,000? Fang Jinki looked at Hasen. Hasen shook his head. We are all friends. Losing too much might hurt our relationship. Zushi quickly said. Right. It's just a game. No need to bet too much money. 10,000 is already too much. Since you are afraid to lose, then we will stick with 10,000, Fang Jinki shrugged. Hasen did not say anything, but kept smiling at Fang Jinki. Now in his eyes, Fang Jinki was not a person, but a walking ATM. Fang Jinki came to him just when he was worried about money. All he needed to do was accept. If the opponent wasn't too much stronger than him, Hasen believed that he could win most people at playing Red Hands. His understanding of his opponents and timing were among the very best before he got the black crystal. That was how he made his living. Fang Jinki, who thought the game was only about reflexes, wouldn't be his match at all. I'll let you be the slapper first. Fang Jinki again reached out his hands. He didn't think Hossein stood a chance. Judging from Hossein's age, he was in God's sanctuary less than 1 year. So he couldn't have gained many Geno points. In addition, the situation of his family wouldn't allow him to buy the meat of advanced creatures either. Fang Jinki himself had already been in God's sanctuary for several years and had gained many Geno points. So, his fitness and reflexes must be far better than Hossein, and Hossein wasn't likely to be able to hit him. Alright. Hossein reached his hands under Fang Jinki's hands and kept a little distance from them. Hossein kept his hands still and then asked, "Can I start?" Quote, "Yeah, Euro." Hossein's hand slapped on the back of Fang Jinki's hands before Fang Jinki could finish his reply. 10,000, Hossein said. Write it down. Write it down, Fang Jinki gritted his teeth and said to Zushi. Zushi quickly opened the holographic noteboard on her comlink and drew a line. Again, Fang Jinki reached his hands out. "Can I start?" Hossein asked again. Fang Jinki just nodded, staring at Hossein's hands wholeheartedly without blinking. With the lesson learned, Fang Jinki swore he would not be tricked by Hossein again. Hossein didn't rush this time and turned to speak to Zushi. Do you want to hear a funny story?" Quote, "Now?" Zushi was surprised. Hossein nodded and started. A lovely puppy was traveling in the desert. It had brought enough water and food, but still died after 2 days. Can you guess why it was? Quote, "Was there a sandstorm?" Quote, "No, the weather was fine. Because it was lost." Quote, "There was plenty of water and food, so it would not die even if it got lost," Hossein said. "I cannot guess. Why did it die?" Zushi didn't want to guess anymore because she was nervous about the result of Red Hands. Because that cute puppy could not find a utility pole in the desert. "So its bladder exploded," laughed Hossein. Zushi blushed, saying, "That's so corny. Vulgar." Fang Jinki said with his face grim, and suddenly felt a pain on the back of his hands. Snap!